or something. You gotta break it down.
Okay, the link is ready on the Facebook page.
Thank you.
Starting at like 4?
No, we'll start.
This is it.
Last
I'm sorry, I don't want to make it seem like that. I don't want to be here shot.
No, it's actually perfect.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll just do this last one. No, it's okay.
Oh, yeah,
I said,
social
oh boy,
media.
that doesn't look good.
All my young kids went there, like,
maybe
with me to
it's
train the oldies and fucking things. He is so many. Trying to go to sleep on Friday night. Big. All I heard.
It's going to be a good time.
Howie?
Okay, you have regular shoes on, so that's good.
And then we need one more. A few kids coming too. We have a scorekeeper, timekeeper, and a videographer. We need a videographer. I can find out. That's all right.
Those Flamingos are gonna do the huddle. They're gonna do their huddle. They're just about to right now.
Have you started the live stream?
Okay.
Filming them? Doing this?
I can.
What am I here for?
The viewers will hear this. Scorpion, yes. First goal.
Hello and welcome to our gold medal game here at the Eastern Regional Championship Tournament. We have the Flamingos versus Valhalla. Bienvenue et bonne chance aux Flamingos. Against the Flamingos, we also have Valhalla Quidditch, of course, former Eastern Regional champions in, I believe it was 2018, was their last championship reign. The last time that we hosted the Eastern Regional Championship Tournament was in 2019 on this very field. Valhalla was in the gold medal match. They did lose to the University of Guelph Griffins when they found themselves here last time. So this is an opportunity for Valhalla to regain the Eastern crown. Meanwhile, the Montreal Flamingos have not yet debuted or have not yet played in a gold medal match at the Eastern Regional Championship. We have seen other Montreal teams make their way here, the likes of McGill and IDM, previous Quidditch Canada teams that have made their way here. We are seeing some remnants of those teams, folks like Julien Bernier, Marc Evdad, Guillaume Hamelin, players who have time and time again made their way to these higher tiered games. I am very happy to be calling the game for you folks at home. This game will be officiated by Michael Howard. Devin Dutt and Guillaume Hamelin will be going for the jump ball. And Guillaume Hamelin wins the jump ball, number 93 on the Flamingos. Julien Bernier juking through traffic, but Valhalla Beater's able to clean that up, resulting in a stoppage. It's going to be a turnover. No, my mistake. We're just asking for a quick sub for Derek Taylor. So Sinan Keeter on Valhalla comes in for Derek Taylor. There is no call on the play. Valhalla with a successful stop on that first possession. A precautionary injury sub for Derek Taylor. Alex Scherger beating out Felix Tremblay. There are currently no beaters on the Flamingos side. Guillaume Hamelin wraps up Devin Dutt, and Devin Dutt tries to get the ball off to Sinan Keeter. Unfortunately, because his arms are pinned, he's not able to get accuracy on that pass. The ball rolls out of bounds. It turns over to the Flamingos. Julien Bernier carrying the quaffle up now. Joanne Lamb marking him. An attempted shot from Juliette Guillaume. The shot is blocked. Keeter collects the quaffle. It is another stop from the Flamingos. The score is tied up at 0-0. No team has scored yet. Keeper Dominique Morin blocks a beat attempt from Valhalla. There's a stoppage on the play here. Ça sera une carte jaune pour numéro 2 pour les Flamingos. Jessie Giroux. A yellow card for Jessie Giroux, who will be serving the penalty in the players' box here.
What was it? Was it a blue card?
Yellow card.
Yellow
1 minute.
Yellow card for number 2 on the Flamingos.
Joanne Lamb puts the first points on the board here for Valhalla.
What was it for?
Contact from behind.
Contact from behind.
Oh, yeah. Just some deliberations here as to what the card was for. The score is now 10-0 for Valhalla. 10-0 for Valhalla. Courtesy of bucket by Joanne Lamb. Flamingos with bludger control here. Brittany Kahane looking to create a lane for Stevie Vindua. Sends it off to Sinan Keeter for a catch and finish. The score is now 20-0 for Valhalla. We're seeing a quick line change. Edgard Nagalisami coming onto the field with keeper Samuel Galerno. Valhalla's passes, or Flamingos passes, are just not connecting right now. Itana Crow and Tyler Vindua both beat out. Stevie Vindua are both beat out here. There are no beaters on Valhalla. But Valhalla chasers are able to pick off the shot. It is still scoreless for Flamingos. There are now no beaters on the Flamingos side. Itana Crow passes it off to Tyler Vindua, who sends that quaffle far off pitch. We have a stoppage here just to retrieve the quaffle. The score is 30-0 for Valhalla. We haven't seen Flamingos offense connect the way that we saw it previously connect in their first matchup earlier today. It's going to be a timeout called by the Flamingos, who are really looking to gather their bearings here. They've just allowed 3 back-to-back goals from Valhalla. and are being caught a little bit on their back foot. So Guillaume Hamelin looks to be running the huddle here for the Flamingos, trying to get them to play to their strengths. They have an extremely aggressive beater duo in beater core rather, in folks like Félix Tremblay and David Davos. So just a few of their incredibly strong beater core here. And they also have a number of extremely great chasers. We're just not seeing passes connect for the Flamingos right now. Meanwhile, on the Valhalla side, the offense is flowing. We're seeing some solid defensive stops and contributions from beaters and quaffle players alike. Head referee Michael Howard calling for players to get back on pitch. And as we resume play here, I'm happy to report that I have a co-commentator that will be joining me, Darren Bell. Darren Bell, are you the captain for Carleton this year? Is that right?
I am the president for Carleton this year. Captain as help to Alex Naftel for this season.
Gotcha. So Darren Bell, president of the bronze-winning team, the University of Carleton. Darren will be joining me as a commentator for this gold medal match. We have Guillaume Hamelin currently in possession of the quaffle. Guillaume sends it to the far right hoop, but the shot is blocked by Atana Crow, normally plays keeper, but currently wearing a chaser headband. Atana Crow running downhill, kicks it off to Derek Taylor. Derek Taylor sends it through the hoop for a goal. That is now a 40-point differential for Valhalla. Flamingos still have not yet scored. Darren, what do you think Flamingos could be doing better to get their bearings against this Valhalla offense?
Just get into this game. One thing that they'll have to get into this is trying to disrupt that chemistry that Atana and Derek just always have had for the past few seasons. Now we see like with Derek with the keeping headband this time, and Atana with the chasing headband. However, they still have that connection like they always have. And two very smart players coming into this and experience. So trying to disrupt that connection first and foremost in order to start this going.
Absolutely. I think it would benefit Flamingos if they could show a little bit of physicality, something that Carleton is very good at. So maybe on the timeout you can give them some pointers, Darren. Of course, we are unbiased commentators on this side.
But I will not be opposed to some more physicality.
Definitely. All right, Derek Taylor with the quaffle. With him we have Devin Dutt wearing the chaser headband, Sam McCall beating, and Piotr Makush beating. Bludger control currently with Valhalla, but Sam has just sent a bludger far off. It looks like the Flamingos might be able to retrieve bludger control. Taylor still has a quaffle, and Piotr Makush is still protecting his quaffle players. Oh, that's a bit of a flub of a pass. And a flub of a beat. It looks like some cold hands are not working out in favor of either team right now.
On that first possession, Hamelin be able to take Derek down. Would like to see him be able to hold on to that wrap in order to keep Derek down so that he can't get that second opportunity. However, it did go in Flamingos' favor, and now we are going with the Flamingos on offense.
Julien Bernier, number 93, in possession of the quaffle, gets beat out by Sam McCall. It's going to be called a turnover for Valhalla. It looks like there was a kick by one of the players, perhaps after they were beat. Tyson Worrell with the jukes, kicks it back to Taylor. Bernier trying to put some pressure on.
See Derek coming down the line.
And sends it through the middle hoop. Darren Bell, you did call it. It looks like Taylor is a little bit unstoppable in this game right now.
Absolutely unstoppable, absolutely feeling himself right now coming off onto the bench. As we have a little stoppage of play here, Howie head reffing. Stoppage of play. Hopefully we'll see what is going on.
And just confirming with the scorekeepers, the score is 50-0? Yes. 50-0 for Valhalla. This is very much unlike the first time that these two teams met, where they were exchanging goals, going back and forth. The score stayed within 10 for most of the game until Valhalla did extend their lead once the snitch period came around. But now we have Valhalla with a 5-point lead. Flamingos still have not put themselves on the board. They have an extremely strong chaser core on the field right now, in the likes of Juliette Guibaud, number 14, who has been both an excellent facilitator and scorer this tournament. Norbert Bueno, a former McGill alumni, keeping for the Flamingos. And then, of course, we have number 69, Antoine Bourassa, also chasing for Flamingos.
Hopefully with number 69, known to be a physical player up at the top, hopefully we can see some of those stops, because we're seeing Valhalla, especially in the last few possessions, especially with someone like Derek Taylor. You can't allow him to start game by that keeper zone and beyond. He needs to be stepping up, making those hits, so that you can't just get Derek Taylor up in there into that shooting range, because he's going to hit that 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely. If they are going to score, you want to make it hard for them to do so.
Make it hard.
Make them regret coming into the keeper zone.
Yeah, make them feel if they're going to get a goal.
Absolutely. I myself am a proponent of the physical play. It's been a while since I've been on the pitch, but I do love me a good tackle. All right, so looks like Flamingos are going to try and exercise some patience here. Sam McCall with a missed beat, but manages to yank the bludger away from the Flamingos beater. Juliette Guibaud trying to get a hand on that quaffle, but it gets stripped by Sinan Keeter. Keeter running up. All we see are white jerseys. But Guedio with an incredible interception.
Oh!
And then Brown tries to steal it right back. But we have number 2, Jesse Giroux on Flamingos, the beater, preventing that steal. Oh, but nobody is back there with Juliette Guibaud. Except the beater, of course. One heck of a beat from the other end of the pitch. Felix Tremblay putting pressure on the quaffle. Tyler Vindua tries to find Devin Dutt. Sends that pass just a little bit too high.
I know Devin Dutt wants that one back. That went right through his hands. It was a beautiful pass by Stevie right cross court. Devin Dutt just couldn't get his paws onto it, which knows he wants that one back.
You know, I've seen Dutt throw a few errant passes in my day, so you get what you give, Devin. But jokes aside, normally we see some solid passes and solid hands from both of them. I'm sure they'll have another chance here. Number 6 kicks it off. It gets blocked, but Montreal Flamingos collect the rebound. Back to number 7, Amélie. It gets stripped by Sinan, who is off broom. Number 6 finally finds Samuel Galarno. They are once again finally on the board. The score is
Around 8 passes seem like to be made before eventually being in for the hoops. One thing I would like to see Flamingos try to do is actually try to put their hands over top and through the hoop. Trying to see a lot of these too cutesy passes in which they can just finish themselves. But it seems that they just get knocked away, and Valhalla's playing a really tight defense.
It's true. We are seeing Flamingos look more for the pass than they are necessarily looking for the shot or the drive.
Yep.
Of course, they may have a little bit of hesitancy driving into this defense. An attempted tackle from Amélie Autfoy-Wallet, but isn't able to get a solid grip on Stevie Vindua. It's going to be another goal for Valhalla, 60-10.
And allowing to go right inside that keeper zone with little resistance. Tried making that tackle, but way to be there. But with Stevie coming down the line with a bit of momentum going into that zone, that's really hard because he's got such a good teardrop.
Absolutely. Nagalisami, Edgar Nagalisami and Guillaume Hamelin on pitch right now for the Flamingos. There is going to be a stoppage here. Referee's just deliberating. It looks like the ARs may have seen something. We're just going to get a check from the timekeeper here as to what the game time is. We are just under 10 minutes. We are almost at the halfway point of the quaffle period.
I like seeing Montreal still going through their line, still going into the depth. We've seen 3 keepers coming out now. Hamlin back up to the top of the line.
It's true, we've had... All right, so it's going to be a blue card penalty against number 92, Julien Merlini, I believe. My apologies if I don't have that name correct. There was, so it's a card on number 92. Oh, Julia, my apologies. Julia Merlini?
Yeah, Merlini.
Merlini, Julia Merlini, thank you for the correction. Who committed the foul just before she subbed, so she was called back to the box.
This is where we need to see this this passing game, especially since Valhalla is not showing pressure, so it's just allowing Flamingos just to basically just to maintain their time and also kill this penalty.
Absolutely. 30 seconds. This is
In-game analysis. Here we go.
Emle.
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2,
in.
1. Julia, you're back in. And oh, Julia, come back. No, Julia. Oh, it's back. We're good.
10 minutes left.
Taylor brings up the quaffle. Nagalasami tries to steal it. We have some quaffle versus bludger contact here. Duck comes out with it, zips it back to Stevie Vindua, who sends it through the middle hoop. We now have a stoppage on the play.
I'd like to see, there was a little bit of mismatching going on right there. Devin does such a big body going up on there. Number 87 looks like was at the hoops, got a little bit lost, and Stevie just coming in.
Yeah, I've seen Nagalasami make some good hits this tournament.
Oh, yes.
I think perhaps if they maybe call the matchups, they might put themselves in a bit more of an opportunity to make some stops here. We're just waiting for confirmation. I believe the goal will be called good or was called good, which will put it at 70 to 10. Yes, the score is 70-10 for Valhalla. We have Louis-Charles Dupont, a beater for Team Canada, number 66 on the Flamingos, trying to bait Emma Sherwood into a beater battle. Etana Crow, the coach for Valhalla, calling Sherwood back, saying to play a little bit more conservative.
Louis-Charles, such a great leader up on the Montreal Flamingos, such a good film study as well.
Absolutely.
Always asking questions, and so hopefully Louis-Charles and his leadership can help bring the Montreal Flamingos back into this game.
It looks like David Davos, number 72 on the Flamingos, has helped to secure bludger control for the Flamingos, but the bludger gets sent back. A pass to Dutt gets batted out of the way. Flamingos do currently have bludger control. David instrumental in getting that bludger control back for the Flamingos. Now we're going to see if Dupont and Davos can make something happen here. Oh, sure. Alexander Sugar flew off broom. Emma Sherwood using their sole bludger to get the stop. We're still at a 60-point differential.
Sugar on the start of that play, showing off his little shenanigans that he did, doing a quick step up to Norbert, making him think that he's actually going in for the tackle. However, still a beater and can't actually make the tackle, but making Norbert think on his toes.
Oh my goodness!
Vindua!
I'm not sure if Stevie meant for that to be a shot or a pass. But I think if we were to ask him after the fact, he would just say he meant to do that the whole time. That is going to put us at 80 to 10 for Valhalla.
Vindua showing up the three-pointer sign as he comes back and goes on for the sub.
If only there was such a thing as a three-point shot in Quidditch. Bueno, keeper versus keeper action here. Bueno trying to push through Derek Taylor, who wraps Bueno up. He's trying to shake off the tackler. He does. Oh my goodness! It's a goal.
That's the finish that Flamingos need to try to get back into this game.
Big man Bueno. Over on the other side of the pitch, we have Alexander Sugar hustling to get that bludger back, and he does. It is now a stoppage on the play. Norbert. with an absolutely dominating show here. However, the Flamingos are not out of this yet. We are just at 13 minutes of quaffle time. There is still plenty of time for the Flamingos to bring this game back. Il y a une chance pour les Flamingos. My apologies, tried to go off into some French translation here. Not my forte. The score is 80-20 for Valhalla. The time is 13 minutes, 13 minutes. Ça sera 13 minutes.
Showing off your French.
13.
Maybe we go back to grade 9 French.
We do our very best to give both French and English commentary here. We know we have quite a few Flamingos fans tuning in at home. Bludgers exchanged between Scherger and...
Yep. Derek Taylor, once again, right at the top of the keeper zone, makes that push shot off onto the medium-sized hoop on the left side, going in every single time. Derek Taylor is such a great shot. Shows that in the MLQ season with the Raiders as well as here today.
Absolutely. Galarno, 99, bringing up the quaffle for the Flamingos, trying to direct traffic here.
Atana at point. Arcing pass gets beat out by Valhalla. Valhalla now with the ball with keeper.
Sinan Keeter running the quaffle up the left side of the pitch. Shakes off the tackle. Joanne Lamb, number 8.
Somehow the ball finds back.
Tries to collect the pass, is pushed down to the ground, and is Joanne Lamb against 4 Flamingo players. It is unlikely that Joanne is going to come out of this scrum with the quaffle, but she has given some time for Valhalla to make their way back. Valhalla has bludger control still. We have Brittany Kahane and Piat Makut beating for Valhalla right now. And we've just seen a full line sub for Flamingos, hoping to see if maybe another line can get some momentum going and get some points on the board. Amle drives through traffic and gets the shot off.
We're finally seeing some of this finishing, except it's going for not in their favor as they've got another fast break. Hamlin can't quite get the...
Oh my goodness gracious! Sinan Keeter shook the tackle off of Hamlin, but instead went for the pass to Atana, got picked off by, I believe that was number 88, Véronique Dupont. Excellent work by Véronique Dupont there.
And then substituting right off.
And then Flamingos almost returning that with a goal, but unfortunately it didn't connect. They do have bludger control now. Félix Tremblay throwing a bludger back home for his beater partner. The score is 90-30 for Valhalla. It's just a 60-point game here. Time
15:30.
We are at 15. A catch and finish for Sinan. Sinan redeemed himself from the previous play. The score is now 100-30.
Player at the hoops right there. One thing that we just saw is just allowing Valhalla to get right onto that corner, and you know Valhalla's going to get that every single time. Their passing is on point.
It looks like we have a blue card, just a technical penalty for the keeper for a delay of game, but there will be no time served. Wait, Howie? Oh, my mistake. There will be time served because the penalty occurred after the goal as a result of Hamelin attempting to sub before collecting the quaffle after the goal. The quaffle turns over.
What a great catch by Brittany, but that gets taken down by Felix on beater play. Brittany gets the ball back by help with Piat. Line them to try to get in. No goal on the offense, however, Valhalla gets BS.
That's a successful shorthanded stop for Flamingos. They've just got to kill a little bit more time here before Hamelin is able to come back into the play.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1, Hamelin.
Nice one, Yar.
Can I get time check, please?
We are just past 16 minutes of game time here. 100 to 30.
Again, we're looking at Flamingos as the ball gets turned over to Valhalla. We're looking at number 6 not taking the lane himself, but looking for that pass across the pitch, and it just doesn't go their way. We need to see more. We saw it a little bit and a little hint, but I would love to see more Flamingos just finishing it themselves.
Absolutely. I think that the both the physicality and the beater pressure from Valhalla are resulting in Flamingos playing just a little bit tentative around the hoops.
Valhalla, just a great all-round team, probably is the best all-round team that Flamingos have seen so far. Usually they've been able to have the beater advantage, but when the beater experience from Valhalla is also matching into their quaffle game, Flamingos are just trying to get and keep into this game.
Edgar Nagalisami still has a hand on the quaffle here. An attempted shot was blocked, and Nagalisami giving time for the Flamingos players to head back to defense.
Flamingos with the BS on this defensive possession.
We have Dupont and Davos in possession of both bludgers here. Davos coming to put pressure up on Vindua. Dutt fakes a shot, then makes the shot. That is 110, my mistake. 110 to 30 for Valhalla. This is a commanding lead for Valhalla right now.
Commanding lead, and Devin Dutt just taking out that pitcher's arm that he had from way back when and just absolutely firing a laser shot right through the medium-sized hoodie.
Cross training is a thing. Bueno tries to get the shot off here. It's called no good. Valhalla collecting the quaffle after a successful stop. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the quaffle period.
Duo coming right into that keeper zone, pushing over Sam, his own beater in front of him.
Stevie Vindua won't let a single person stand in his way, including his own teammate. On the ground here, we have Davos and McCall fighting for the bludger. Number 2, Jesse Giroux helping the Flamingos bludger control here. And it's Bernier with the quaffle. Back to Bueno. Can you give a loud call for the remaining time? 30 seconds.
Looked like we were seeing a condensed 2-2 defense from Valhalla on this, and it seems to have gone into their favor as the shot missed out into the back out of bounds.
30 seconds remaining.
30. Oh, less now.
Itana Crow sends the quaffle wide. That shot was close. Joanne Lamb collects the offensive rebound, sends it back.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was pretty close for a hoop-to-hoop attempt to get that last shot off.
Derek Taylor having the arm, however, that was for bragging rights at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what would have been a nice to have, but certainly not necessary for Valhalla as they head into the finish period. The score is 110 to 30. This time during their first matchup, Valhalla was just 20 points ahead of the Flamingos. So Valhalla has clearly made some adjustments here in order to really capitalize on their experience of having played the Flamingos earlier today, and it doesn't look like the Flamingos have been able to find their footing.
Yeah, I think what we've seen a lot of this game is both from Valhalla, both on offense and defense. We've seen on the defense, they're shutting it down. We've seen a multitude of different defenses that we've seen. We've seen man, we've seen hoop defense, and we've also seen a condensed 2-2, which we've seen a lot in MLQ. On offense, we're seeing them utilize that space right in front of the hoops, especially at the beginning of the game that we saw with Tana Crow and Derek Taylor. and then Derek Taylor still being able to utilize that. When you have mid-range shot threats like Derek Taylor and Stevie on Valhalla, being able to utilize that space and being able to hit those shots, which they can, has been absolutely vital for them to get this lead that they've gotten going into this period.
My Blundstones are bad. Yeah, I don't want to put my feet on.
One thing that we'll need to see from Flamingos if they want to get in this is that they're going to need to push the envelope. They're going to need to push, they're going to need to get the pressures early and try to not get it too far ahead. The school is quite far ahead. However, if they need any shot, they got 5 minutes pretty much to try to get this within snitch range and get those snitch grab.
Absolutely. If they can get the snitch grab early, then
Yes.
If Flamingos can secure an early snitch grab, that will get them to within 50. And that is not an insurmountable amount of goals. I've seen the Flamingos score, they can score with some speed. Certainly their chasers have the athleticism.
From experience, I can't say that.
Yes, Carlton, you guys played the Flamingos, that's right?
Yeah.
And lost to the Flamingos as
We
well.
did.
Yes, it was a noble defeat, absolutely.
Always fun playing them.
They are extremely fun. They bring a lot of high energy, a lot of speedy chasers. And so if they can get that early snitch grab and get a couple of quick goals in, I think that'll put them right back in this game. However, I think you are right in that what we really need to see from the Flamingos are stops.
Yes.
The more that Valhalla scores and pulls this game out, the more unlikely it is that they'll be able to make a comeback.
Trying to limit some of those mismatches that we've seen when Flamingos go into the man defense. We've seen a little bit of a change when they're playing their bigger hitters, like their keepers, like Norbert and Hamlin, up at the top. We've seen, but the people that they've sent back at the hoops, it doesn't seem that they have as much experience with covering behind there and doing their cheats onto the players on coverage. So that has, we've seen more physicality up at top with both Norbert and number 0 Hamlin. We haven't seen some of that physicality up by the net. So I do like what they are changing things. However, Valhalla's being able to change right back.
Absolutely. Adjustments on both ends. We have number 95 Shira on Valhalla and Mark Evrad seeking for the Flamingos.
And Len with the tackle.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Seekers are released. Bludgers flying all over the place. David Danos with the successful bludger recall. Looks like Valhalla is putting no bludgers on the snitch, and neither is the Flamingos. I think that is a wise choice. They're going to need bludger control in order to get the score up.
We're seeing some defensive seeking from Valhalla, not allowing Mark to try to get in. Mark finally being able to get around and now gain some time.
We haven't seen too much of that with the new rule set around how Seeker Floor progresses. Devin Dutt with the bucket. That puts us at 112 to 30 for Valhalla. 120, my mistake. 120 to 30 for Valhalla. My lips are a little cold here, folks. It's hard to get the English
We've been
out.
out here all day. So.
Yeah, thank you for acknowledging my efforts. Maybe I should switch to French. Peut-être ça sera un peu plus facile if I switch up the language a little bit. So we have number 6 on the Flamingos in possession of the quaffle. Kicks it off to Bueno.
No bludger right there for Norbert. Great, what he needs.
Oh, the shot just goes a little bit too wide. Bueno collects the offensive rebound, though, and is going to try again. Oh, no. Michael Howard calling that a turnover. Just calling that the quaffle went out of bounds.
3 minutes left!
Couldn't quite tiptoe the line. Now we're going to see Flamingos go back on defense. Flamingos having BS on the play, though.
And it's another score for Valhalla.
Looked like number 92 just kind of gave up the middle, and then number 2 looked like getting caught up, allowing that line or that lane for Valhalla Valhalla to go right down into that keeper zone like we've seen, and being able to make those mid-range shots.
It looks like Shira on Valhalla is defending the snitch. Valhalla has made the same call that you and I have, Darren, that if the Flamingos catch the snitch, it just puts them in a better position to be able to come back. Oh, Bueno in possession of the quaffle. Sugar coming to put on some beater pressure, tries to find an eligible receiver there. Juliette Guillaume tries to reset the quaffle, is beat out.
Great beat by Sugar. Here we're going, Stevie. Oh, and what a tackle!
That is quite a hit. Brown sends the quaffle a little bit too far. Wynn sends it off pitch.
Norbert collecting ball for Flamingos. I was seeing some substitutions. Number 87 for Flamingos coming in now for chasing wise.
Negali Sami is back in, and we have Felix Tremblay subbing in as a seeker. Norbert Bueno kicks it off to Juliette Guillaume. Tries to send a cross pass. It gets picked off by Sinan Keeter.
Norbert coming off on the substitution.
And
1 minute left!
we have just 1 minute left here. 1 minute left in the snitch period. If the snitch is not caught within that 1 minute, that means that a snitch catch will end the game. Joanne Lamb back to Sinan Keeter, who sends it through the hoop. That's another goal for Valhalla. The score is 140-30. Valhalla is now over 100 points up on this game. We have a full line sub for the Flamingos.
30 seconds!
30 seconds left in the snitch period. Before we go into extra time, Galarno runs around Vindua, runs around Crow. Crow able to put some pressure on him. Oh! And the receiver fumbles the catch there. Vindua.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are now into extra time. We are now into extra time. If either Shira, or rather, if either Valhalla or the Flamingos catch the snitch, that will result in an end game scenario. The snitch catch will instantly end the game. Bernier gets beat out.
I just know Corey's very happy that he is lasted 5 minutes going out.
That's right.
That's very, very nice for the snitch to just have on their belt.
Absolutely. We're looking for a snitch victory here. The most neutral thing that you can cheer for as a commentator is cheering for the refs to win. Number 24, Etana Crow jukes Bernier to back all the way back up into his beater.
Oh!
Keeter is just picking up passes left and right, benefiting from a very pass-heavy offense. Let's hope that our scorekeepers are keeping track of the assists, because I'm sure that Valhalla would appreciate that. Bueno now donning the
4 minutes
chaser
left.
headband, and Amelin wearing the keeper headband. Perhaps Flamingos are trying to get two folks going here. Put two of their higher level quaffle players on at the same time. Normally it's either just Amelin or Bueno that are on the pitch, but perhaps they're thinking having the both of them on there would be more helpful.
I think that they've noticed the same thing that we've been noticing is just a little bit of that physicality and being able to finish. And if you can have two people up the top being able to put as a threat for that driving down line, or if you can have Amelin coming down one side and being able to fake and then being able to draw the defense over, pass it over to Norbert, and he can just finish. Those are your two best finishers here on Flamingos, especially when you get onto snitch.
It's a goal for the Flamingos! That is their first goal in the snitch period, Amelin. Joanne, you're out! No, Joanne, off broom! Tag back in! There you go. Joanne Lamb released after the goal, is tagging back in. Valhalla back to full strength.
Tana Crow up at top, being able to shake and jive. As we've seen him being able to do all the time, ever since I came into the league. Tana Crow being so smart, being able to pick apart this defense. Gets stopped by Norbert up on the top. Norbert coming down the line. No beaters in front of him.
but a beat from behind from Piot.
left.
It
Makes
looks
the goal no
it
good.
looks like Norbert was not beat, but the goal did not go in. Or perhaps Norbert was beat. Yes, he was. All right, so Bueno off broom, Vindo in possession of the quaffle here, and we have another stoppage on the play.
Beautiful stoppage on the play.
Oh, we have a very rare seeker penalty here. A blue card for the seeker. Seven minutes, 20 seconds. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. We're in extra time.
To be honest, if I was in Montreal's position, this is the worst positional penalty that you can get because you don't want to catch because you don't want this game to end, especially when you're trying to get as close as you can when you're down by 11.
It might be that we'll see here if Marc Evrard is still trying to go for the catch to end the game here. It might be that the Flamingos have acknowledged that this is perhaps an insurmountable point gap for them, and that they want to just end it on a high note with the catch. So we'll see if Evrard is still trying to go for that. He is currently beat out. It looks like Flamingos currently have bludger control right now.
Keeper on keeper. Montreal Flamingos being able to edge that out. Number 99 coming down the line now with the head full of steam. Here comes the choo-choo train coming through.
And it's another goal for the Flamingos. The score is 150 to 50.
Number 99 Samuel from Montreal Flamingos coming down the line and taking on Atana Crow right in that keeper zone.
2 minutes left.
To be able to get that goal right on the top.
2 minutes. There are just 2 minutes remaining to the 10-minute period. If Corey Smithson, our snitch, does not go caught by the 10-minute period, that will result in a snitch victory. Whoever is up at the 10-minute mark does win this game. Almost certainly that will be Valhalla, but we'll see if perhaps the Flamingos are able to pull off a miraculous comeback. Amelin with another goal.
Only 9 goals behind now. Slowly
Climbing their way back.
Still going overtime?
That we're seeing Sherwood on Corey now. Trying to get that snitch grab so we can end this game.
Vindor trying to spin out of the tackle here. Sends the ball off to Taylor. And we have another stoppage on the play. We have just under 1 minute remaining in the game. We have Louis Charles Dupont, who's made his way to the box for a yellow card for a head beat.
Yeah, you have 55 seconds left. Don't ask what the time period is.
It's 55
There's
seconds.
55 seconds left.
29:05.
You've 55 seconds left. 55? Yep.
We have just 55 seconds remaining. Louis Charles Dupont is currently in the box, and the play is resetting to the midline.
Time are we at? 55 seconds left. Illegal head beat.
Play is resumed. And pardonnez-moi, Dupont is in the box right now. If you're out, Dupont released on the goal. Valhalla has scored again. Taylor.
30 seconds left.
Following Emlyn with the ball. Up here up top. Breaking one way.
Emlyn goes for another shot, a floater that just goes a little bit too wide of the hoops. And we are coming up on a potential snitch victory here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that brings us to the end of this game. Valhalla, the successful gold medal match winners. Congratulations, félicitations to everyone. Thank you for tuning into the Eastern Regional Championship 2022. I've been your commentator, Yara Kodersha, joined by Darren Bell. Thank you so much, Darren, for joining us today.